Hey people, thank you very much for joining me in another one of my beer reviews. I'm going to be reviewing the Taquar Jacobite Ale. It was founded in 1745, and I don't know, there's two different dates here, 1745 and 1995, so I don't know if they brought it back in 1995 and they've been coming out with it every year since. A little bit of something to think about. We got a 8% ABV here at 330 milliliters per bottle. The famous beer gates guarding the approach of Traquair House near Peebles have been closed since 1745. When the last person to pass through them was Bonnie Prince Charlie. Now, 250 years later, the ancient Traquair Brewhouse celebrates the Jacobite because by producing this potent spiced ale to the traditional fine recipe. Sip slowly and remember the old toast to the king of, to the king o'er the water. Cool. We got coriander in here, so I'll be picking up on that for sure. We're going to be drinking it out of a wonderful Leffe glass, chalice. Nothing wrong with drinking a dark beer out of almost any type of glass. Now, it says that it's 8% ABV. It might be really strong in a boozy taste because of the fact that it's actually telling you to be sipping it slowly. Truly smell the coriander in there. It's got a little bit of a floral approach, which is quite amazing since we're looking at a dark beer here. Look, it's quite dark, a little bit of a brown tint at the bottom here. This is probably an incredibly dark brown color. We got an off-white colored head and not too much head. That's actually quite amazing. Gorgeous taste. You immediately become overwhelmed with an enormous amount of floral flavors in here. And the coriander definitely stands out. You know, it says to sip slowly. I'm bringing it out now. The slower and slower that I sip, I really do just get like a robust explosion of flavors. And yeah, it's quite amazing. I would recommend drinking it at a cold temperature. I could see this getting incredibly bitter at a warm temperature, as it is already bitter on its own. You get the floral taste more on the back of the palate than you do on the front. On the front end of your palate, you're getting a lot more of a refreshing, smooth combination of flavors. Not too much carbonation on the front of the palate. Lot of carbonation in the back of the palate, that's for sure. Gorgeous beer, actually. I was a little bit worried that maybe it might be an incredibly boozy taste, just because of how I was reading it. But you know what? It really is a good beer. No problems with the alcohol whatsoever. This is $2.95 for a bottle of this. I would certainly go out and buy another one. I know that they're still around. And yeah, I cannot complain whatsoever. Actually, quite scrumptious beer. One thing I can say about this beer though is I could be wrong about this, but I'm picking up on a sort of heaviness in this beer, which means to tell me that like it's certainly not thick in your mouth, but it's got a high sugar content, so it's very sweet, and the heaviness of it that I'm picking up on in my stomach, I can really tell you that this beer might have a lot of calories in it, so it might not be one of those beers that if people are trying to lose weight out there, for them to go back and buy a bunch of these for a party, it probably wouldn't be a good idea. Absolutely gorgeous beer. That's the best that I can put it right now. So thank you very much for joining me in another one of Chris's beer reviews. I'm definitely going to be giving this an amazing rating. I've been just reviewing my holiday beers lately, and I'm getting high 3s and 4s all over the place, and I'm talking out of 5 here. So I'm really enjoying myself in the beer review land right now. I've had a lot of ups and downs in the past when it comes to the experience of beer. So if you're definitely looking for a time of the year to be trying new types of beers, holiday season it is. Christmas, New Year's holiday season. Also, Halloween's got some amazing pumpkin stuff out there. You gotta try it out. Anyways, people, again, thanks for joining me. Don't drink and drive, but drink responsibly. Cheers.